Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the LOCKBOX, brought to you by the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team right here in Arizona, Prescott, Flagstaff, Ahwatukee, Chandler, Perrys Valley. We are all over the state. And I have my incredible co-host, Angela, with the VIP Hendricks team.
Hello, how are you?
Good. What's going on this week?
Oh gosh, staying busy.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Busy. Working.
It's 117
Working a
this
lot.
week.
I know, it felt like an oven when I came up here.
It's crazy. I
got out of my car,
in these incredible studios we're in, I actually parked downstairs in the parking garage.
Oh, I'm going to tail you next time.
You should. It's a little
follow.
cooler there.
I'm out, yeah. No covered parking.
As we become celebrities, we've got to start parking in the downstairs and stuff.
Maybe we'll have a reserve sign one day.
So, what are you seeing? How are we doing on rates and people qualifying for homes? We still have 300 people a day moving here.
It's still a really great time to buy. It is very competitive, so getting into that home is probably more challenging, obviously, than it has been in the past, but with a really great realtor or a realtor team like the Grandon Group and
the Hendricks team.
Yeah,
right?
And the Hendricks team to get you pre-qualified. We're making a lot of families really happy these days.
No, it's good. So I was actually reading some different, you get all these different things, so they're like, this group's buying houses, this group's buying houses. So one of the things that I found interesting is that there are more ladies, women, buying homes than men, especially in the first-time home arena.
Interesting, right?
What are you seeing on that?
We do deal with a lot of females that are just out of college,
right?
That are really have their stuff together and are looking to make great investments, and I could see where they're coming from.
So I thought it was pretty interesting because us guys are pretty smart, aren't we?
Yes.
Maybe not. Maybe not. The whole studio's laughing now. So, I think it's great because women seem to have it a little bit more together when they get out of school. Their idea is, I'm out of school, I want to get a house. And it's great watching a female buy a first-time home.
I think it's awesome. I know I have a daughter, so I try to instill in her that you don't have to wait till you're married or, until you feel like you have your whole life together to make really good choices. So I think buying a home when you can is a very good investment. So I applaud everybody who gets out of college, and decides to make that next step.
And it's funny too, everybody calls and first call we get, I just don't have the down payment. And it's amazing. You really don't need a huge amount down.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things we can do to help with the down payment, whether it's down payment assistance or different things just to help with that. The best thing to do is to call and find out where you are now and kind of get that roadmap to where you want to go. So
when we're talking about empowering women, and again, we don't get into politics or anything like that, but I do think this will be a good lead-in for what we're doing today. I think it's really great that a female can get out of school, or we even get some that are in college that are buying houses. And this is really great for empowering women because, let's face it, in today's world, women are what makes the world go round. And they're really successful and great.
I tend to agree.
Well, of course.
Yes, I know a lot of really awesome women. So yes.
We do. Well, so today we have Melissa Fisher. Melissa, how's it going?
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
She's a great spokeswoman for women empowerment. And the reason I say that is I met Melissa a few years back with her husband. They were moving here from San Diego, which Arizona is a great place. Do you love Arizona?
Oh, I do now. Absolutely. There's no beach, but that's okay. It's, a 5-hour drive away.
Well, we have Big Surf, which is closed this year, and Hurricane Harbor, so that's close, right?
Yeah.
That's by your house.
Like a beach. Yeah. I've been there twice already.
So we talk about women empowerment. So you've had your issues and stuff with your family, and and you started an electrical company, correct? Or telecom?
Yeah, right. Telecommunications, wireless telecom.
Yes. And a woman starting that, because let's face it, it's a men's field generally.
Absolutely, yes.
So what were you thinking?
So initially when I started the business in 2012, I started it to get traveling technicians off the road and work in their local market so they could be home with their families. I was married to a tower climber. I was like, hey, I didn't sign up for this. I'm not a single mom. We need to get you work here. And that's really what pulled at my heartstrings. And that was 2012. And then 2017, we added additional services to our business. And that's business development and material distribution. So we were able to put 3 services under one roof to support our contractors. So we could get them the projects, get them the crews, and get them the material. Well, since 2020, we were able to offer additional services, which is leasing and project funding. So that allows the contractor to grow and remain cash flow positive. So there's a bunch of gear that goes into doing a cell phone tower, building a cell phone tower, and this gear is very expensive. Okay. One PIM tester goes for like 50 grand. So if you have 9 crews, 50 grand times 9 PIM testers, that's a lot of money this company has to come out of pocket. Right. So with our leasing solutions, instead of them renting 1 unit for $3,900 a month, we can get them 9 units plus 2 additional testers for $200 more a month. Oh, wow. We save them substantial amounts of money. We keep the $245,000 in their pocket so that they can continue to run their business, but they're also able to meet their testing inventory needs. So with those services, those are primarily to help the subcontractor flourish in their business and grow and take on more projects. And what's been fun is implementing additional services that we can offer to the public. And that's something that not a lot of people are aware of, and I'm really excited to share that.
So as a woman, I mean, did you start this with your husband originally?
This is all me. This is all me, all my brains sitting at the kitchen counter, everything that's ever designed, ever put out, I do. I created my website, my content, all of it, upgraded it, streamlined processes. I mean, we went from, oh, you need to sign this NDA. Okay, send it over, print it out, scan it in, send it back. Like, that was a long process. Yeah. And so over the years, I've been able to really streamline, even when I'm interviewing candidates for my HR services, everything is just done before I even pick up the phone to call them. So I've eliminated so much time, but it's all me.
So how is it in Arizona working as a woman business?
It has its challenges, but when you are able to showcase what you've created, that's really going to make huge change and substantial impact. How can they say no?
Right.
I mean, the way that they're doing it is like they're still stuck in the 90s. Let's bring you guys to 2021 with United Procom services.
No, absolutely. And so Angela and I were talking a little bit about some of the other women-owned events that you're doing, and we'll get into how you're going to save some money with this other stuff for some people. But so you're doing some event fundraising and trying to bring women into just like different industries?
Yes. So, like other women, they all had a starting point, and I understand their struggles. I understand, I didn't do this right. And we're so hard on ourselves and we beat each other up. And, what I want to showcase is like, look, we did this. Look what you did. This is incredible. Like, you need to be celebrated. We need to be celebrated because we're making change. We're the mamas of the world. And even if we're not the mamas of the world and we have fur babies or no kids, we're the queens of the world. So let's really step up and show how we can really make a difference.
So the legacy you kind of want to leave, I would venture to say, is probably anybody can do it, whether you're married or going through different situations that you had.
Absolutely.
There's no reason to keep a woman down.
Absolutely.
Or ladies or girls, whatever.
And it's really about listening to your gut, that pull inside of you. Like, I always knew I wanted to do something bigger than me. I was put here to do something outside of my 4 walls, and I really want to empower women to listen to that pull. Listen to that, knowing that and you're searching, what am I searching for? Well, it's inside of you. And I want to show them that they can pull it out of them, whether they're married, whether they're a single parent, whether they're, it doesn't matter your circumstance,
Do you find a lot of girls and women are just kind of like, you know what, I'm busy with this, I don't want to do this, because you're busy, you've got kids, and you're working and building this business. So, getting out there to help build a women legacy, and you're not making it political. You're doing both sides of the fence. So you want everybody involved. Anybody can do it, right?
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And it's about really trusting yourself, turning off that negative self-talk, and just knowing, like just jumping into it. And like, I'm scared to death, but change doesn't happen when you're comfortable. Right. And I know that because I've lived it, and I'm really, really want to push that message for women and help them see that you can do it too.
So how do you get involved in something like that? When do you have these events?
So this women-owned fundraising event that's tomorrow night at the Creek at 6:30 in Cave Creek, This was just really to bring the community together, after COVID and everything kind of lightening up from all of that. I just thought it'd be a fun way to bring community together and showcase what these women have accomplished and showcase, hey, this is what we're building. This is what we're trying to do to, change the world,
Right.
and just
Exactly.
really bring awareness about each other's businesses and services. And again, at the end of the day, you never know who somebody knows or what they're working on. And if we all work together and support each other, incredible things can happen.
Yeah, there's amazing women out there, and I think networking and having an opportunity to have a space where you're all coming together is super impactful, not only for, women as individuals, but for business as well.
Absolutely.
Well, and the mortgage business, is that a primarily male-dominated business or
Yeah,
women?
I would say so.
But I think
would say
real estate
male.
might be more women.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So, but the one big thing is, and you'll be able to answer this, is how do you, somebody who's got a drive to do something else. So prior to doing real estate, I was in the concert business, and I know you did some other things before this. How do you identify that feeling that someone has to get out and actually do something? Like, you're a prime example of it because you were working hard. I remember you moved the entire family by yourself from San Diego, and now you have this drive to not just help yourself, but help women of all ages.
Right. Well, and that's what it boils down to, is when you figure out and you start trying to understand what that pull is, what that desire is, you learn things. And one of the things I learned was, guess what? It's not about me. It's about serving other people. How can I help other people? I was put here to help. That's why I have the heart I have. That's why we are the individuals that we are, And so that's really what it is. It's just saying, hey, okay, how can I figure out my purpose? What are the tools to get me there? And that's why creating this group and giving that support and sharing, really, it's just about sharing our journey. We all come from all different walks of life, all different sorts of things happen to us, and we have to overcome. It's like, for me, it was feeling so hopeless and feeling in just such this spot of despair. I was like, I don't like this feeling. And I was just doing everything I could to pull my way out of never feeling that way. And I started listening to my intuition and music, of course, because music is the ultimate healer. But, just utilizing those tools to help me gain that recognition within myself,
Yeah.
So
I can see where you're coming from. I think we all have, and I don't know if we all have it, but that internal thing that kind of pulls you in one direction. And a lot of times we try to turn it off because, this doesn't fit the timing, or it's too hard, or I don't know what the end result's going to be.
Right.
So what would you say to women, or anybody for that matter, who has that internal pull but they keep shutting it down? What would your advice be to?
Or even better, if you have, if you're in a bad relationship or something, and
Right.
You know what I
Same.
mean?
Yeah. Whether it's.
one thing I learned in the whole process and looking back is I never really trusted myself because of all of the negative, because of all of the haters and the things that were said and the people wanting to break you down, even though you're trying to figure it out, And I stopped listening to them. And I realized I was doing myself a disservice because I was giving them my power to be the person I was meant to be. And so I was like, nope, I'm taking that power back. It's mine. I own it. You have nothing to do with it. And I trust myself with that knowing. And that's what propelled me to turn off that negative self-talk. That's not there anymore. I love being me, and a lot of women struggle with, the self-image and all of that, but it's much more than that. It's what's inside of us, So it's really just trusting yourself and going for it.
how does the Arizona lifestyle play into what you're doing compared to being in San Diego or something like that? Because I know you can bring this anywhere.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I love music. Like I said, I'm huge into the reggae community out here. And of course, it's peace, love, good vibes. And I had that, in California. So I was able to come out here. And I wasn't ever scared to go to shows by myself because I knew I was in the same vibrational level of everybody else there. I knew that I was responsible enough not to let anything happen to me in those crowds of 30,000 people, And it just created just this amazing ripple effect. And I mean, I have so many people in this community. And like I said, I come from California too. And I had my own reggae show in my backyard in December and brought my Cali family and my AZ family together.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
How
We had
fun.
so much fun. But, you know, so many of those women in this group are like, Mel, like, how do you do it? Like, please, like, give me some advice. Like, you're doing it. You're doing it. Like, how do you just go out there and do it, you know? And so that's been really inspiring. And so I take it with me everywhere, business, personally, you know, recreationally. So
You like reggae?
I do. I like all music.
Oh,
I don't think there's a
absolutely.
I don't think there's anything I don't like.
They used to have some really big reggae festivals out here. They were a blast, Sunsplash and stuff like that. So you've got another project where people can actually own a property and you can create income off cell phone towers or something, right?
Yes. So recently we've been able to bring the public in on the telecommunications wireless industry. How? Well, if you have property and land, we can help you with our new site build consulting services to get your tower up in the air, because the carriers pay for vertical real estate. They pay you a monthly lease, and that can go anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000 per month.
Wow.
Per month, just by having a tower on your property. So for example, my dad in Alaska, he's got 500 acres. He could put one at the back of his property, wouldn't even see it, but he's making upwards of 30 grand a month on that. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about is, you know, those giant warehouses that all the big corporations have with all of the data rack centers and the supercomputers, and they struggle with memory issues and all that fun stuff. Well, United Procom can sell a software to make those entire data centers obsolete, go away. All the equipment goes away, the housing, the building, all of it goes away, and it's replaced with a simple software.
Wow.
So what we want to offer to the public, again, like I said earlier, my motto is you never know who, you know, who's doing what, who's working on what. So I wanted to offer the public an incentive. Hey, let's help, you know, build a relationship. Let's form connections. You probably know the people in the, you know, positions who can, you know, utilize this. I'll give you a monthly residual on that. And that's limitless. You know, all the CEOs of the major corporation, and we close limitless deals.
Right.
So I really want to be able to, it's allowing me to serve the public and help them with their residuals. And I mean, there's enough for everybody to go around at the end of the day, you know? And so we just figured out a way to save everybody money and put money in people's pockets, and it's really exciting.
All right. So is this just for Arizona, or is this nationwide?
Our services are nationwide.
Wow. Okay.
Nationwide.
Because we do have listeners all over.
All over the world
United
and
States.
country.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So is it a lease that you put on the property?
So you pay for the tower. All of the equipment is yours, right?
Okay.
So you pay for the tower, and then the carrier, you'll have, you know, a dominant carrier, and then the other two, and then you just negotiate a lease with them, and we're here to orchestrate all of that for you.
Okay.
So we take on all the headaches. We deal with all the city and all the codes and all that fun stuff, and you just have to make the decisions, and yes and no, and this works. And
Does it transfer? Like if someone sells the property, then that lease would transfer to the new person and they would get the income?
that's a good question, and more than likely, yes, because it's on the property. You're not going to move the tower.
Right.
So.
Right. And then also,
Wow.
would you be able to use that for income to buy a property?
Oh, that's a really
Absolutely.
good question. I would think so, because it is income.
Right.
I mean, monthly
You
income.
absolutely
Yeah.
can.
So where do you see this going? Because I know we have talked about it in the past, some different things. Melissa's always and I don't want to say she's all over the place, because she's always been focused. So from the first time we met a few years back when she moved here from San Diego with her family, she is just like, first of all, incredible to hang out with, but just very right to the point and
laser
knows
focused.
exactly laser focused and knows exactly what she's doing. Hey, where's your favorite spot in Arizona? I know the answer to this because you originally moved to the west side.
Yes.
When you moved here. Where do you love now?
So I love, my favorite place, first of all, is Sedona.
Okay.
Absolutely Sedona.
Beautiful.
But Cave Creek. So fun story, if I may.
No,
So when
yours.
we first moved out here, we were really struggling. My family and I were really struggling. Jason picked me up with his son, and he drove me to 3 properties to look at. One of them being in Cave Creek, because I was like, I really like this area. It's beautiful.
It is.
So long story short, 4 years later, life is changing. Things happen. I come off of an incredible meeting for work, and I'm just so high on life, you know? And I'm like, Jason, I need a place. And I found this listing that he had sent me. I'm all, take me to go look at it. And he's like, okay, I'll meet you over there right now. I pulled up to the house. His car's in the driveway. I get out and I said, you're never going to believe this. And he said, what? I said, this is the very first house you brought me to
Oh my
rent
goodness.
4 years ago. Ever looked at. I get goosebumps still.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he smacks me with the papers and he's all, well, there's your full circle, baby.
Yes.
You know, so
It was a full circle.
incredible.
yes. I mean, and
Wow.
it's just, it's amazing because like when we're so in tune and connected with ourselves, things like that happen. Like Jason's like, oh, things fall into your lap. I'm like, no, honey, I work for them. You know what I mean? But like,
Yes.
so it's just, it's really great. And I'm so blessed to have you.
No,
put
it
that.
it is. It's great when you
great.
have, and this is one of the reasons I love Arizona is because we get people like Melissa
Yes.
and you, of course, that come
thank
here,
you.
and you have a good positive attitude, and
Yeah.
things happen. And actually, I think things do fall into her lap because she'll call out of the clear blue. I'm like, hello, and she's like, hey, it's Melissa. I just got this big deal, and she did. I mean, the day
Yeah.
she rented this other house. And making the good decision to rent before buying, so she can
Yeah,
actually
smart.
focus on this.
Exactly.
On
I
this
always
one.
believe you get what you give, right? So
Absolutely. I'm a big believer in that too, sis.
So
Absolutely.
how can people reach out to you and talk to you about this and maybe making some extra income?
So yes, absolutely. So tomorrow night, the Creek Patio, we would love to have you out there. We're gonna have amazing food, custom cocktails. We're gonna have a pink hibiscus martini for the
fun.
ladies, and so that'll be fun. And then July 16th, we are doing a Four Peaks Brewing Company event. Okay. But
So
it's
one a month? You're doing an event each month?
right now, these are the two that are locked in.
Okay.
But we will be doing that, and that's going to have live music again. Same thing, kind of, you know, good food and raffles and just bringing community together.
Fun.
And then I'm working on doing a comedy show in a room at Stand Up Live because I want to bring all the guys in the industry in one place and then bring the community in so the community can meet and interact with the fellas that give us connection on our cell phones.
This
So
sounds like a
gonna
trap
be-
for the guys, doesn't it?
sounds like fun.
We're going to give them drinks. We're going to give them good food. Get them, you know, their bellies nice and full. Give them something to laugh at, and then everybody can mingle. You know. So together, collectively, we can all help each other. So that'll be a great event. It's we still need to determine all the details there, but that'll be a great event to bring, you know, the public and the industry together. But other than that, just reach out to our website, www.unitedprocom2ms.us.
Is that how you can find out what's coming up as far as
Yes.
events go? Okay, so
Yes.
that stays pretty up to date and
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I run the show and behind
Okay.
the website, so everything is
Everything goes
always
to you.
on point.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
it's great because it's a women empowerment deal. So she's bringing women into the stuff, but it's a lot of events, a lot of fun stuff.
yeah,
Absolutely.
And-
Love
and-
the community.
Sounds like fun.
And she's promoting the lifestyle of Arizona
Right.
in every area.
Absolutely. And I want to shout out Scottsdale Printing because they donated the first batch of material.
Oh, wow.
You know, for this event. And I'm all about small business. Women-owned, small business, community. That's my thing.
Oh, great. How can people reach out to you again?
www.unitedprocom2ms.us.
Great. You got anything else you want to share with us?
We're here to really just make impact and help and serve, and we would love to talk to you.
Yeah.
So reach out.
So what do you
Sounds
think,
fun.
Angela? I mean,
It sounds fun. I'm going to have to hit up these events for sure.
no, it is. And you know, it's really great. I mean, that's one of the things that makes me really happy about Arizona is the fact that, you know, you can come together with these events. You can
Yes.
empower people.
Yeah.
And you're empowering men as well. But, I mean, you know, you
Yeah.
focus on women, and I think this is a great place for it.
Yeah.
And also on Facebook, we have a group. It's called She, and it's Start Hustling Empowerment, and that's kind of where I'm gonna, you know, be with my ladies and help them and let them know they're not alone in their journey, and they can find it within themselves to live their dreams.
yeah.
And then,
Absolutely.
and are you
Amazing.
accepting women into the group that are already empowered as
Oh,
well?
absolutely. Yeah. If you go onto the group, you'll see my first post. It says, whether you're a boss babe, whether you're a mama, whether you're an independent queen, this
Yeah.
group is for you, like-minded rock stars.
I love
No,
it.
that's great. What do you think, Angela?
I love it.
See, we get some pretty cool guests on
We
here,
do.
don't we?
Yeah. We meet the neatest guests. Yes.
So, and now for the rest of you that are looking to maybe buy a house in Cave Creek, what should they do? Should they call you for a prequal?
They should. They should call the Hendrick team, 623-979-5523, or they can always email hendrickteam@vipmtginc.com.
So before we go, did you dye your hair? Did you color it?
Did I die?
Did you do it something? You changed it. Did you? From the other episodes.
maybe.
It looks great.
I don't know.
It looks awesome.
I mean, maybe. I guess they'll have to watch other episodes to see what
They
you're
will.
talking about.
She did something different. She's like totally different. I'm going to get more calls. Who's that girl? Can I have her phone number? I get it every week. No, it looks good.
Thank you.
It looks
I
great.
appreciate you.
And stuff. So, hey, you got Angela here for the VIP team. And great to meet Melissa again. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Reach out to her. And then for the rest of you, anything you need from Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, the Grandon Group, give us a buzz. Hope you enjoyed this episode of The Lockbox. We'll see you soon.